So today we went to a fishing village called Whitby. It's in we are currently in York, England, and so it's in Yorkshire. And we went to Whitby. It's a really cute little fishing village, and they're known for jet, which is fossilized wood, which looks black, and they make a lot of jewelry and things out of that. After Whitby, we went to Castle Howard, which has been used. It's a stately mansion, and it's been in the Howard family for a long time. There's even an earl attached to it. I believe it was an earl. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an earl. Earl Carlisle. I'll have to double check that. And it's not, the Earl Carlisle does not live in this particular house, but another member of the Howard family does. And we went to see it, and it's got lovely grounds, and the house is, a beautiful stately mansion, like I said, and toured through it with lots of statues and paintings and tapestries and all of those sorts of things. And then we came back to our hotel in York. So we're off to London tomorrow, and that is going to be our last stop. We're going to be there for 2 days, two nights at the London hotel. On the way to London, we're going to stop at Stratford-upon-Avon, the birthplace of Shakespeare. And it is a place that I have been before, but it's been many, many years. And I remember fondly that I really enjoyed my time there. So I hope that I have that same experience again. So we'll see. And then after that, the next day is London proper, where we're going to do a sightseeing tour on the bus. I think we're going to ride around and, get pointed out various things about London, and the Tower of London as well. And I have done the Tower of London before, although it's been many, many years.
So I didn't talk about my time at Stratford-upon-Avon, which was our second to last day, I think. And I mentioned that I had been there before and that I was looking forward to it because I had very good memories of it. And it was good seeing Shakespeare's birthplace again, and the garden at the house, and the gift centers that you can go in and get any type of Shakespeare, anything that you can think of, you can find there, between all the books and t-shirts and everything else with Shakespeare on it. It definitely was not the same as it had been, when I went decades before, which of course nothing stays the same, for that many years. But it wasn't a bad time though. The worst part was the weather. That was the first time that it wasn't like between the 50s and 70s where it had been all the rest of our trip. And it was about, I want to say it was around 80 degrees with like some humidity going on too. And that just, made it a struggle to keep walking around. So I was glad we were only there for maybe a total of 3 hours, I want to say, total at Stratford. So that was Stratford-upon-Avon. London. Let me preface this by saying I am not a big city girl. I do live in a city area, but my area where I live, I think the total population, when you add it all up, is about 1 million people. So it's big enough to be city area, but it's not 10 million people like London, or whatever the number is. I'll pop it up here, whatever the actual number is. And the gridlock traffic and the, which I do deal with that sometimes here too, but ways around that. In London, they don't have, I don't think, and I'll pop it up here if I'm proven wrong, but in London, I don't think they have like an interstate going through it that you can just be like, okay, if I need to get from this side of the town to the other side of town, I could either drive through it all, or I can pop up on the interstate and go up to the next exit, which we have here in this area where I live, which is really great because you can make your choices, as to how you want to get someplace. And depending on the time of day and all that sort of stuff. It took an hour for us to get to the airport from our hotel, which was over near the Victoria train station, and we went by car to get to our airport, to get to the Heathrow airport. I'll put the mileage distance of what that is, just so you can kind of see. And most of that was just crawling. And that was on the day that I left. London itself, what I remember, very busy, some cool, monuments to see there and all sorts of stuff. And we did go to the Tower of London. I had been there before. It's in, you know, it is impressive. If you've never been, it's impressive to see the crown jewels and all that. But it definitely was not something that I was like, oh, I'm so glad that I can go see that again. But part of it is because I'm not a big city person.
So overall, I would have to say that this has been a really good trip.
All right, that's the end of part 5. Oh, too many parts in this video compilation. I hope that you will find an adventure and go out and just do it, and that you'll discover something amazing. Have a great day.